pulled by a truck. That is the stuff safety briefs are made of, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. Let's start with you, Country.
Tony's got a good one that's called midgets, but anyway.
I think that goes back to the homemade porn issue, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, safety briefs. Well, they always say, you always hear that phrase, don't beat your wife, don't beat your husband, don't beat your cat or your dog. Why would you say don't beat your cat or your dog?
Cabin.
Are you beating them? Or are you beating them? Beating them. That's the question. Just saying. Some people kind of like it like that. Some people, marriage ain't doing all that great. They might be beating that dog or that cat. We don't know.
I was wondering when the show would awkwardly stray into bestiality, and here it
is. Just saying. There's some weird fucking people out there that like that shit.
That's true. And you never know what you're going to find on this show, so just keep it coming. We like it. We like it. Just keep talking about it. Shit, it's scary.
These people can throw a little bit of peanut butter on their knob. Let the dog lick it up. And the cat's got that textured tongue, so, for the females, hey.
Oh my
God.
It seems to me you put a lot of thought to this.
Nah, man, that just came right off.
Personal experience.
But think about it. Honestly, it's just right off the top of your head, though, man. Literally.
I think we all learned something about Country today. We know how you got that name, Country. Yeah. Getting lonely in the country, he got that name big thrown right in front of it.
They don't call me Big Country for no reason, Bubba.
Hey, if Fido could talk. Fido
don't talk. Fido says, just
the joy of safety briefs, man. The joy of safety briefs. I never forget my first safety brief. I got once again, I was newly promoted. I got out there and I was looking at. We'd actually just gone through where you lose a lot of guys from one. After you get back from deployment and you take your block leave and you come back and there's just a whole bunch of new fucktards there and you're like, God damn, you got that same look in your eye that I did fucking 2 years ago. You're gonna get me called in on fucking Saturday night to come get your ass out the MP station, you little motherfucker. So you're sitting there thinking, like, what do I say to these little fuckers? What can I say to them to make them listen? Truth be told, there ain't shit you can tell them. All you can do is give them ideas. That's what I learned. You give them ideas. So I tried to take away those ideas. You know what I mean? How do you take those ideas out of soldiers' heads, Garrett? How do you get rid of those ideas?
Shit. Look, there's no fucking way to get rid of those ideas out of the soldiers' heads. Honestly, they're really
that we're giving them ideas.
Well, see, here's the thing: the best way to do it now, because everybody knows there's all different types of soldiers. There's the goody two shoes, never gets in trouble. He's always, hanging on to the commander's pocket. There's the fucking, all the athletic guys. They're always going to go to the fucking gym. There's the bad dudes they just get in trouble all the fucking time. You got our fucking Article 15 Rangers down here. Yeah. So the Arc 15 Rangers, man, those are the ones you're going to have to worry about. Those are the ones you're going to have to get called in on Saturday, Sunday. Look, the thing is, all Arc 15 Rangers, they get in trouble eventually. But if you get them in trouble immediately, right off the bat, right when they get to your fucking unit, it gets it out the way. It's going to happen eventually. Just rip the fucking Band-Aid off. Just rip the Band-Aid off.
That's true.
That means take your shitty Article 15 Ranger soldiers when they get to your unit, take them out to somewhere that locals like to frequent. Fort Drum, you can take them to the Ugly Stick. Fort Leonardwood, you can take them to Big Louie's.
Fort Riley, fucking that goddamn forgot what it was called. We used to go to was.
Well, that doesn't help at all.
No, it was
I have
by
names.
Kansas State.
Shut up, Snuggles.
The thing is, take them out, man. Take them out. Get their ass in trouble.
Club Rodeo. That's
Club. There it is.
Yeah.
Club Rodeo. Take them to New York. Take them to New York. Get them to fuck a tranny. Something like that. Get it out the way. Pull the Band-Aid off.
You know what? We have to throw a disclaimer in there because it's been brought up before. To all you tranny fuckers out there, you guys enjoy Germany. You guys have fun. Had to throw
Fucking
that
up
out.
my red light district either, motherfuckers.
Yeah. But I'll throw one up there for the safety briefing, man. I'll throw out to my boy. We came into the Army together, grew up in the Army, all Edwin Morrell.
I fucked his life up.
Yeah. He's still, I think he's still mentally fucked up from
Yeah.
you, I'm saying specifically. But, he's a good dude. A little fucked up, like I said, in the head from you. But this shout out to him and the reason, or some of the reasons that people do to make up safety briefings would be this one right here. Now, see, my commander, when we were downrange, we had 2 of the gators. And he came up to me and said, "Hal, we need some more gators. I need 2 more." I was like, "All right." So I'll run over to Installation Property Book, ask him if we could order 2 more gators. Homeboy said, "Nope, it's not in the budget." I go back to commander and tell him that. And he states that he really doesn't give a fuck what IPBO said, that I need to get him gators. I was like, all right. So I go into the system, may or may not have moved some money around in the supply system, put it all into repair parts. So basically, instead of ordering... Do what?
What? No, nothing, Mr. CID guy. Okay, keep going.
But I go in there, move some money around, put it on repair parts. So if you order a gator on its own, it's one number. Yeah, pay for that. Well, I went ahead and just paid for all the repair parts. I ordered 2 of them, and the one I didn't order was the restrictor. So I was driving this gator that we put together and hit a little ditch in lovely Fob Shank in an open gator with no doors, roof, side cages, or nothing. Got that bitch on the front passenger side tire doing about 45.
Damn. So what happened to good old Morel?
Oh, he was in the passenger seat shitting himself, screaming and punching at me because he thought I was going to murder him. It was fantastic.
That's about right. Now, just for some backstory, let me give you guys some backstory on good old... Well, he's at E7 now, right? Isn't he? E7?
I don't think he's been pinned 7 yet. I pinned him 6 about maybe 2 years ago. I think he's still on the list.
Yeah, he's getting ready to make 7. And if he has any balls, he'll ask me and Garrett to come to pin him 7 because I owe him like one hell of a punch in the fucking chest. But when I first met this young man, he had gone AWOL. Well, he didn't mean to be AWOL, but he had left post with a fucktard for a weekend. And they were back late. And let me tell you, when I say I destroyed their lives for the next, I don't know, probably about 4 to 6 hours after they got back, they reached full smokability. It was amazing. I tasted their souls. I did. One of them was actually in tears. Morel was not in tears. He was hanging there for a little while, but I think once he reached muscle failure for like the 3rd time, that's when he was just like, fuck this guy. But it was amazing. It really was. But he did make my safety brief next weekend. He did. One of the cool things is that I did always use the weeks before example for the safety brief that I did. And I also used my stories where I didn't get caught. I did. I actually had a soldier. You guys remember those combat axes we got issued? And you all remember that? With RFI? Like the combat hatchet.
Yeah. You mean the one that you currently have in your house right now that belongs to me? I'm gonna need that back, by the way.
Yeah, you're not getting that motherfucker back. Suck a dick.
I'm gonna need that back.
Yeah, but so my dumb ass, and I'm pretty sure this was during Garrett's era of supply. So they issue us these fucking combat axes and they bring them down to the squad level. You know what I mean? So I've got all these motherfuckers and I'm looking at these guys like, and it's a Friday. Like I cannot give you these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? If I do, someone's gonna die. Literally. Like, you're gonna kill somebody with this motherfucker, and I'm gonna be called in on my fucking Saturday, and I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. But against my better judgment, I didn't want to keep them all in my room because same thing was probably gonna happen. So I went ahead and issued them down to the soldiers, had them sign for them, everything else. Well, of course, I get a call on Saturday, and it ends up one of my soldiers was having sexual relations with his wife's sister. And they were all living in the same house. And his wife walked in on it. Well, that combat axe happened to be sitting there. and she took the pointy side and put it into his hip. That shit was sharp. He had to go to the hospital. It was stuck. He actually got chaptered out, and I'm not sure what the chapter would be for that, since he was the one that got assaulted, except for maybe adultery. But I mean, still, that was pretty crazy. That was a pretty crazy one. And that right there is the stuff safety briefs are made of. And that's why you never issue a hatchet on Fridays. Who else? Snuggles, what you got? What you got for safety brief?
Oh, safety brief.
Do
Well,
not put yourself in the dryer.
we safety brief. Well, Aggieville, I guess you can say I was. So we were always over at Fort Riley, and we were always told if we go to Aggieville that you travel in packs. Okay,
Yes.
like you don't go to Aggieville by yourself.
No.
Reason being, it's pretty self-explanatory. The college guys get butt hurt because females want a real man and not some pussy ass fraternity guy.
Oh yes.
Oh, there we go. It's getting interesting.
Yeah. So, but it was actually I turned 21 in the Army, and big. I know, right? Turned 21 in the Army. Yeah, you're getting pretty fucked up that weekend. And I turned 21 Friday, and of course it was we had our safety brief, and Commander actually called me out. Was like, don't get too fucked up. And again he told me you go to Aggieville, take some of you guys with you. Yada yada. Well, okay, so we did. Man, I got separated. It was about 1:00 in the morning. I got separated from the rest of the guys. I'm in an alleyway.
Sounds how like porns and rapes have started.
Yeah, right. I'm in an alleyway. Don't know where the fuck I'm at. My phone died. Somehow I find my way back to our vehicle, and there's this big ass boulder in the middle of the parking lot. Don't ask me. I don't know.
Douglas, how did a boulder get in a fucking parking lot?
Listen, okay, it's Aggieville. Okay. Anyway, I'm sitting on this rock, and next thing you know, I got my guys running up to me. Suggs, where you been? We've been looking for you. We got to go, man. I'm like, okay, let's go. Well, apparently, our buddy went to his car, went to go turn it on. Well, these group of guys, I'm assuming college frat boys, were talking about how, so you're trying to steal this dude's car. And my buddy was like, no, this is my car. These are my keys. Long story short, he really knocks both of those guys out, drags them underneath two different cars. Okay. And then I'm like, Trey, get up. We got to fucking go, man. So I get up, go to run. Of course, I've already had knee surgery at this point. And I go to run, and, I fall down, and my knee buckled. It's in excruciating pain. So my buddy carries me, right? We're so fucked up. He's like, dude, get your M4 up, man. We got to get to the truck. So
did you have an M4?
No, of course not. I wish. But I should have. You're right. But no, I was actually called into my commander's office that Monday because apparently something had happened between my buddy and his wife, and he ended up sleeping in the woods somewhere. Well, my commander was like, do you remember me coming up to you in the middle of the night asking if you've seen so-and-so? I was like, sir, I really don't, man. Like, he's like, yeah. He's like, you were pretty fucked up. And I was like, oh, shit. I didn't know what to say.
Am I the only one that wants to know what your commander was doing in your room at the end of the night, Snuggles?
No. I wasn't in my room. We were at my buddy's. We crashed at his house. I passed out.
How fast he backtracks.
I passed out in his kitchen floor, apparently.
You passed out in your commander's house on the kitchen floor? Oh, my God, bro.
No, okay.
This is sounding more pornographic as we go. Keep going. Was there a donkey punch involved?
You know what? Now that I think about it, I was like, no, man. But no, I mean, just the safety brief itself, just as far as Aggieville in itself, coming with like new soldiers. Of course, I didn't know what Aggieville was when I got there. And I always hear people talk about if you go to Aggieville, always go with at least 2 or 3 people with you. And it's in every safety brief I was ever in.